I'm Kurt Shimmers. Every day, fortunes are gained and lost in the financial markets. News, trends, and even geopolitical events shape your financial landscape. Join me and my expert guests right now on Traders Nation. Welcome. You are tuned into Traders Nation. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Don and I have got a jam-packed show. Danielle Shay back with us once again. She's Director of Options and a Trader Specialist at Simpler Trading. We're going to be talking about Johnson & Johnson announced a $5 billion stock buyback plan. And this is after a scathing report that wiped out $50 billion in market value. We're going to find out what's going on there with Danielle. Plus, Don and I got a great list. Towers are back on our list, certainly. Data centers are back on our list. About the only thing holding up in this really difficult market. So we got gas, stocks, and a whole lot more. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Traders Nation, if you promise not to tune out, we promise not to talk about you while you're gone. Traders Nation. Traders Nation. Get Pro Online DVD Trader today. Whether you're an experienced trader or just beginning, you'll improve your skills dramatically. Click on the Knowledge Center button to order your copy today. Traders Nation, delivering what you want when you want it. Traders Nation. Traders Nation. Live.
It's on the whole time.
Bringing traders coverage of the markets, solid trading strategies, potential hot stock movers, world-class guests, informative callers, and unsurpassed market chatter for traders to take all the way to the bank.
You guys got some great stuff coming out. I mean, the great station.
Stay on top.
This is always changing. It's always fresh. Something new.
Stay tuned in. Traders Nation.
There's always something to look forward to.
Clearly, you can hear the difference. Traders Nation. It's the Traders Nation Network.
Here. Hi, I'm Steve Forbes, and you're watching Traders Nation.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. Thanks for staying with us. Hey, Don, I want to let everyone know about Pro Online Trader DVD. Head on over to tradersnation.com and get a copy today. We'll send it out to you priority. Learn about support, resistance, chart patterns, candlesticks, moving averages. Get set up on your charts, man. If there's something that just sounds great to you and you just don't get it, get a copy of this, man. You'll learn how to trade stocks and look what to look for entry and exit and all the stuff that we're talking about easily. You'll learn it. We broke it down in simple terms. Get a copy today. Tradersnation.com today. Click on that More button, and we'll get this shipped out to you pronto, like Don, right?
Pronto, that's right.
Double pronto. All right, so Don, listen, towers, market today. Let's do a little thought pattern here on the markets. Markets have been taking a beating. Another big day down here today. Not as big as yesterday, but the day's not over yet, though, Don. Right? And we've got some sectors that we're going to cover here today that are doing fairly well. These stocks in our list today are down, but what we're looking at here today is we're going to follow our chart patterns, okay? And we're going to be looking at support on some of these stocks and potentially where there may be some opportunities for you. Don, your thoughts on the market?
Well, the market is, shall we say, a little panic selling going on right now as well.
Yeah.
And it's one of those look out below weeks as the volatility is just stunning on some days. Yesterday, as an example, Thursday, the 20th. I mean, we had a market that when I glanced at it was up over 300 points.
Yeah.
And then the selling started after Powell announced the rate increase.
Right.
And so the market was down yesterday 350 points, whatever it was.
Right.
So you have a 600-point swing.
Sure.
Now, that's called volatility.
Yeah.
And we opened up today, we were up briefly, and now we're down. But getting to some of the stocks we follow in some of the sectors, like these tower companies. Now, look, make no mistake about it, a lot of these stocks are down. For whatever reasons they are. But if you look at the chart on CCI as an example, Crown Castle International, now this is a domestic company only, getting ready, well-positioned for 5G, which is going to explode. And you're the chart expert there, Kurt. You tell me about the chart on CCI.
Let's do that. Let's bring this chart up. CCI, Charlie International's Crown Castle International, currently trading at $110.33, right? Okay. Last time we talked about this stock, it broke above its channel level, all right? So that was its new support level, okay? It was in this beautiful channel, up, down, right? And finally broke through its upper channel, which is supposed to become its new support level. Well, the stock, if you can see on your charts, it came back down, broke back through that new support level, and now it's trading in the middle of its old channel. All right, so we're going to see what happens here. If it holds up, I'm hoping that it'll do a nice reversal and get back up above that new support level.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see what goes on there, but without a doubt has broken down. It trading in the middle of its old channel. We'll see what's going on there. CCI done.
Well, point is on CCI, Crown Castle getting ready for 5G,
Yeah.
Texas company,
Yeah.
U.S. only. The stock, if you take a look at the 52-week high and low, not that significant of a change in a market where we reached yesterday the downs for the year, and that'll continue today.
Yeah.
So the point is that with all these tower companies, and then we're going to talk about the data centers.
Yeah.
This technology is here to stay. A lot of stocks are getting hit.
Yeah.
And then CCI is one that's held up relatively well, and then we can move on and talk about American Tower.
Sure, we should.
AMT.
Yeah, certainly can. AMT, Alpha Mary Tango is the phonics for American Tower. Trading at $163.28 currently right now. About 283,000 shares exchanging hands. This one's actually up $2 since we spoke about it last. Holding these lofty levels that it gained through that channel, higher highs, higher lows. Trading right at its 21-day moving average right now, Don. We're seeing support on this one at 159.60. Okay, 159.60. If it breaks down, got to throw that in there, Don. AMT.
And then the other tower company we follow. Oh, there's a few of them.
There is.
But SBAC is the other large international, very heavy in South America on SBAC.
Yeah.
Trading in here at $165.59.
Sure.
I mean, actually, not too bad in the down market.
It's finding some love right here at its 50-day moving average, Don. SBAC is certainly. What you're seeing here is look at your MACD. Look at your money flow. Look at all these, etc. Okay, if you had Pro Online Trader DVD, you know what I'm talking about. You're getting ready for this crossover, and potentially there's some upswing to SBAC at this point, Don, unless something comes out of the blue and whacks it. But at this point, it's shaping up for potential upside. SBAC, Sam Bravo, Alpha Charlie is the phonics for that one, Don.
And then, well, we can move on to our disaster du jour right now, and that's UNIT, UNIT.
Yeah.
And this is another 5G company,
right?
Headquartered Arkansas, Little Rock, and stock's down off its highs. So, you know, last time we talked, we were in the 17 range. Now we're down at 15.56. And keep in mind, all these companies pay dividends.
That's right. So UNIT, that's exactly right. Our disaster du jour stock, UNIT, UNIT. Remember, folks, if you remember, last time we talked about it, we said, hey, this one's the volatile stock, right? Certainly it is. If you bring your charts up on this one, look at the. I don't know how far the downside is. This thing continues to drop. Okay, and it's dropped below its 200-day moving average. It continues in its free fall here today. So let's keep an eye on this. It's a part of our list. I'm not sure where this thing's going to go. I would have to bring my charts out on a further historical to see where the actual support is on for UNIT, but nonetheless, UNIT will remain on our list. We've covered it before. And at some point, this may be an opportunity to take a look at it for an entry. Right now, no, it's not. All right. So there you have it, UNIT. Don, let's move on to data centers. DLR, Digital Realty Trust, currently trading at $107.93. 180,000 shares exchanging so far here today. A little bit light on the average here, Don, during this part of the trading session. All right, still some time left in the day, but nonetheless a little bit light here today.
Yes.
Had a huge day down 4 trading sessions ago. Okay, it's trying to maintain its support right here, Don. Your thoughts?
Well, on the data centers, I mean, this is another technology area. They can't build these data centers fast enough.
Yeah.
And for those listeners out there who are unfamiliar, this is where all the data gets stored.
Sure.
And these cloud companies, as they are known, or data center companies, they're here to stay. Large customers, international, like the Amazons and the Microsofts, etc. But DLR is one of the leaders. and the stock's getting hit a little bit in here. You've got the charts. You're the chart guy. Tell me.
That's right. Bring it on up. So again, once again, had a huge day down 4 days ago. So if you bring your charts up on that, you're going to see that it's going to try to maintain these levels, and that's DLR. Now, there's the other thing too, Don. Years ago, folks used to say cash is king. Not anymore. Data is king, man. All right.
Well,
yeah, data is king, and that's where the technology's gone. All sorts of data. You name the topic. There's digital data behind that's got to be stored somewhere, and these data centers are just growing by leaps and bounds, and they'll continue to do that, Don. Right?
Yeah.
Core,
but of course, Core, COR. Yes, Core sites.
Yeah, Core. Yep. Currently trading at $90.63, trading below all of its moving averages. It needs to hold this level at $90.20. We said that level is support. We've been saying it for a while. It's got to hold, and it's right there at that level. So if you bring your charts up on this, it's really coming down to that support level. Will it hold? And if it does that offer a nice entry? You determine that as a chartist and a technical analysis when you're playing these stocks. Again, if you don't know about all that good stuff, get a copy of Pro Online Trader DVD. Core, COR, Don.
Well, once again, these are all stocks that pay dividends, and to repeat myself, the data storage business is simply exploding on an international level, and many of these companies are worldwide. Certainly, Core Sites is one.
Yeah.
And these stocks are actually holding up, somewhat decent in a really down market.
They really are. All right, so that's our list for right now. We'll come back on the other side. We're going to shotgun a couple out. In the meantime, coming up next after the break, Danielle Shay, she's going to be with us here today. Johnson & Johnson announced a $5 billion stock buyback plan. How's that going to bode for the company in the market? Stay tuned, you'll find out.
Traders Nation salutes America. Stay strong, stay proud, and stay in the green with us. Traders Nation live, bold, and packed for profit every weekday morning. Traders Nation live, bold, and packed for profit. Sign up today for our weekly HTML newsletter and check out the Traders Nation store for products to enhance your stock trading day. Traders Nation, what you want, when you want it. Traders Nation.
Hey, Jeff Carlisi here from 38 Special, and we're rocking it up right here with Traders Nation.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. My pleasure to have back with us once again Danielle Shay. She's Director of Options and Trader Specialist at Simpler Trading. Danielle, welcome back to Traders Nation. How are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. Doing good. So Johnson & Johnson, they announced this $5 billion share buyback program after a report wipes out $50 billion in market value. That's pretty big, isn't it? What is this a confidence move for J&J, or what's going on there?
I mean, I honestly feel like it's the CEO trying to do anything he can to save the stock at this point. Sure. And I feel like it was very I feel like it was timed very coincidentally to the negative news that went out about the asbestos and the baby powder. So.
Right. Yeah, pretty timely, wasn't it? What a coincidence. And we're talking about Alex Gorski. He's the CEO of Johnson & Johnson right now. So, so what's going on over there? So there's this news report that came out, and I think there's like nearly 12,000 lawsuits accusing J&J of the talc baby powder of causing ovarian cancer, certain sorts of cancers, and so forth, right?
Yes, and I mean, there are a lot of different scandals that will affect companies that I kind of think, well, it'll sell off for a couple days, and then maybe it'll bounce back, and I'm not too concerned about it.
Right.
But, asbestos in baby powder, cancer for babies, I mean, that is one of the things that is just, it seems as though that news is going to take a long time to get out of the news wires, especially because of the lawsuits.
Yeah, and you know what? And the lawsuits, the problem is we have, the news cycles generally last about 2-3 days, but lawsuits tend to go on forever. So this almost seems like it's going to be in front of the public, in front of the trading public, if you will, also investors, and they may look to stay away from Johnson & Johnson. Certainly that's a huge concern for them. I'm not quite sure how they're going to be able to overcome that, Danielle.
I think it's going to be incredibly hard to overcome, you know. But at the same time, I mean, I'm looking at a chart of Johnson & Johnson, and they've had multiple other instances where the stock has just gotten completely creamed in a similar fashion to what happened this time. And so for that reason, I feel like, you know, I think that if Johnson & Johnson can hold above about 120, then maybe we can look for, you know, about 120, 125, because the reason for those numbers is, I mean, that's symmetry. If you're looking at the previous pullbacks that this stock has experienced, this one is at this time similar. So if it could hold those levels, then I think possibly we could look to buy it, but I still think that it's incredibly tricky trying to touch something that is affected by such negative news.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because certainly as in technical analysis, we look at the charts and we say, yeah, you know, we find support at a certain level, like you're talking about, and then you see a nice reversal coming into it. But then as a trader, we never know if something else may come out of the blue and blindside the stock once again. So there's got to be some concerns there on some of these trades, right?
Yes, definitely. And that's why I really prefer not to trade a name that's constantly in the news with some negative headlines. I mean, if you take Wynn, for example, the casino, when the CEO was under investigation for sexual misconduct. I mean, that gave the stock a real hammering as well. And you typically just want to avoid those names until it's out of the news cycle. But with the lawsuits, I mean, you just never know when it's going to pop up again. Yeah,
you're exactly right. In fact, we cover gambling stocks here on Traders Nation. Wynn was on our list, you know, made a nice $200 move, and then all of a sudden, you're right, news came out about the CEO, Steve Wynn himself, and the stock has tumbled ever since. It looked like it was going to recover a couple times, but never really did, and not looking so good today. All right, so the stock buyback plan, they really need to be careful about that. And you got $5 billion worth of stock that they're looking to buy back, and certainly it's at their discretion. How are they going to pull that off? Probably over a period of time, if at all?
I mean, I would question if they even have a specific plan for it, or if it was just a, hey, you know, we have to send something positive into the news due to this baby powder incident. But they would have to pull it off over a period of time if that's what they're planning to do. And, I mean, that news event, I do think it could push it a little bit higher. I mean, if you take Facebook, for example, I think it was last week when they announced the buybacks. It did push Facebook higher for a good 4 or 5 days or so, but I mean, then look what happened yesterday. It's tumbling again. So I think that the impact will be negligible.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I've seen the buybacks, and those are generally the knee-jerk reactions that come out from companies. This is what we're going to do. This is a positive event. You know, it's supposed to exude confidence in their company and the price and et cetera. But this doesn't last as long as some of the news that they're trying to battle. It really doesn't, does it?
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's just, you know, especially when you have a flashy news story about babies, it's just, it's an attempt, but I think that it'll be soon forgotten. Right.
All right, so what are you looking at in the markets outside of J&J? What's looking good for you guys here today?
So honestly, I am incredibly bearish this market. You know, I was previously trading healthcare, consumer staples, and utilities as those were the stronger sectors. But what I'm seeing this week is just rather concerning, because you have even the previous stronger sectors that are all trading lower as well. So at this point, looking at the S&Ps, you know, when you have all of your sectors trading lower, there's just nothing to pull it up. And so I am primarily focusing on shorting the market. I have shorts on in Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, as well as Apple. And so I've been I've been focusing on trading the fangs to the downside because we're just not seeing any buyers coming in here at all.
Right, right. And listen, we're in the thick of the retail area too, and I'm not seeing any good numbers coming out of retail. I'm not sure if maybe it's a little bit early for retail, but we got the retail, which is online processors like Amazon and Walmart, which is is your big box plus retail, and then payment processors along with that, Danielle, that process all the payments. I'm just not seeing any good numbers coming out yet. Again, maybe it's early. Your thoughts?
I think it might be a little bit early, but at this point, I mean, I feel like the stocks got a little bit of a bump after Black Friday. There was a lot of news about Walmart being such a strong competitor with Amazon as far as Black Friday and Cyber Monday went. But the move was quickly sold off. And, I mean, for me, even if there are strong retail numbers, at this point, Amazon, it still remains in a downtrend for me. And even if there is some positive news for a day or two, I would honestly look to short that retracement because I've got a price target of about $1,300 on Amazon.
Nice. All right. Outlook in 2019 as we finish up 2018. How you think we're going to go into 2019? We're almost out of time.
So I am very bearish this market. The only thing that I think will give us a slight retracement is the fact that the selling has been so constant, and at this point we are very oversold in the S&P, NASDAQ, and the Dow. And so what I'm looking for is for everyone who wants to sell, and then at that point, we can finally bounce a little bit, but I'm going to short those rallies.
So here's the deal. So if you're going to sell, hurry up and sell and get out of the way, right, Danielle? All right, so we're right, can you just do it and get it out of the way, all right? We got things that are going on here. Where can we find you, Danielle?
You can find me at Simpler Options, so it's at www.simplertrading.com/join.
Awesome. Head on over there today. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
You bet.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. Love Danielle. She's got great info, doesn't she, Don? A little bearish, Don. She's bearish.
A little bit.
She's bearish. She's shorting. Great information. They're not buy-sell recommendations and all that good stuff. You need to know that, by the way. Head on over to Danielle's website, simplertrading.com. Okay, head on over there today. Great traders over there. Fantastic. Don, let's shotgun a couple of these stocks out, okay? I'm going to get back to our data centers. Equinix. EQIX currently trading at $380.22. That's certainly one of them. Stock is holding up pretty much here at these levels, doing a little sideways lateral movement, okay, on that one. And then QTS, Queen Tango Sam, currently trading at $38.68. A little lower price stock here, Don. Good looking chart here. Moving averages are all converging. Had a dividend yesterday. Holding the market pretty good after that dividend, Don.
Well, these data center stocks, some of them getting creamed.
Yeah.
As our guest just pointed out, she's short in the market. She's bearish on the market.
Yeah.
She's short some of these issuers. We didn't talk to her about any of the data center stocks, but look, she did make a great point. It's been constant selling.
Yeah.
At some point, we will bottom out, but perhaps we're getting close where all the sellers that are going to sell have sold, and you want to keep an eye on some of these high flyers that will bounce right back.
And that's the overall take, isn't it, Don? Do you own anything we talked about today?
No.
All right. And these aren't buy-sell recommendations either, by the way. You can find Don in all the social media sites. Get engaged, folks. Like, share, and all that good stuff.